Hello, class. Welcome back. Today we are going to work on Chapter 4, Section 2 on unit rates and proportional reasoning. We worked with ratios in Section 1, and now we're going to use those ratios to work with rates and proportional reasoning. And the first vocabulary term of the day is rate. I hope you can see my pen a little better than the pencils. But a rate is a ratio that compares two quantities measured in different units. So it's a ratio that compares two quantities measured in different units. Okay. So one of the most basic rates is miles per hour. Okay, we have miles compared to hours. Another one is grams of fat to the amount of servings. Okay. So if we say there are 15 grams of fat in 5 servings of canned soup, the rate would be 15 grams of fat compared to 5 servings. Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Keep getting interrupted. Okay, so a rate is a ratio that compares two quantities measured in different units. Okay, the rate for 1 unit of a given quantity is the unit rate. Okay, so a rate would be 10 miles for 2 hours. A unit rate would be 5 miles per hour, 1 hour. Okay, when you hear that 1, that means a unit rate. Okay, so a unit rate is a rate for 1 unit of a given quantity. Okay. So in our example here, we know 15 grams for 5 servings. A unit rate would be 1 serving. Okay. And if we find the greatest common factor for each of these, it'd be 5. So 15 divided by 5 would be 3 grams of fat. Okay. So looking ahead now, we're going to go into our first example. Example 1 on page 132. So it says a package of cheddar cheese contains 15 servings and has a total of 147 grams of fat. Find the unit rate of grams of fat per serving. So we're going to write a ratio. Okay, we want grams of fat per serving. When we hear that per serving, we want the serving to be on the bottom. So we put grams here, serving in the denominator. So we know we have 147 divided by 15. Okay. We're going to divide the first quantity by the second quantity. And this comes out, if you divide it, to 9.8. Okay. So we know the unit rate is 9.8 grams for 1 serving. Okay. Or we can say 9.8 grams of fat per serving. Okay. So now I want you to pause the video and go ahead and do quick check number 1. Quick check number 1 says find the unit rate for 210 heartbeats in 3 minutes. Okay. So quick check 1. So 210 heartbeats in 3 minutes. So I'm going to write a rate of 210. I'm going to abbreviate heartbeats to H and minutes to MIN. Okay, so if we divide 210 divided by 3, we get 70 heartbeats per minute. Okay, and that is our unit rate for quick check number 1. Okay, so next we're going to have our second example here. So example 2 is finding a unit rate using fractions. Okay. It says Cindy walks 6/10 mile in 1/4 hour. What is her speed in miles per hour? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to write a ratio. So 6/10 to 1/4. Okay. And then we're going to divide those numbers. Okay. So 6/10 divided by 1/4. Okay. We know this is the same as 6/10 times 1/4 because we use the reciprocal. Sorry, times 4 divided by 1 using the reciprocal, which equals 24 divided by 10. Okay. And we can simplify this even further. Greatest common factor is 2, so we get 12 divided by 5. Okay. If we simplify 12 divided by 5 into a mixed number, okay, we get 2 and 2/5. Okay. So we know Cindy walks 2 and 2/5 miles per hour. Okay. And why does this part make sense right here? Why does multiplying by 4/1 make sense? Well, if we know in 1/4 of an hour, okay, we know that's a quarter of an hour. Well, we know there are 4 quarters in 1 hour, so we could just multiply this number by 4, which is what we did down here. Okay. Now I want you to go ahead and do quick check number 2. Go ahead and pause the video. So it says, find the unit rate for 3/10 mile in 3/4 hour. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and write a ratio. So 3/10 to 3/4, which is the same as 3/10 divided by 3/4, which we can rewrite as 3/10 times 4/3. If we multiply, we get 12/30, which simplifies to take a 6 out of both, 2/5. And our final answer is 2/5 miles per hour. Okay. Now we have one more example. Okay. Example 3. Okay. So using unit cost to compare. Okay. So this is what you're going to use, like if you buy a 12-ounce can of Mountain Dew versus a 2-liter of Mountain Dew, which one is the better deal? Okay. So in this example, we're going to use 2 sizes of shampoo bottles that are shown. Okay. So we have a 16-ounce for $6.19, or we have a 13.5 ounce for $3.99. Okay. Which size is the better buy? Round to nearest cent. Okay. So we're going to divide the cost to find the unit cost of each size. So let me backtrack a little bit. So we had unit rate. Now we have unit cost. Okay. Which is a unit rate that gives cost per unit. So pretty much a unit cost is the same thing as a unit rate, except it deals with money. It says to find the unit cost of an item, we divide the total cost of the item by the number of units in the item. So our cost in this example is going to be $3.99. The size is 13.5, which comes out, if you divide these two, it comes out to approximately 30 cents per fluid ounce. Then we write a ratio for the other size, which is $6.19 divided by 16 fluid ounces, which is approximately 39 cents per fluid ounce. Okay. So since 30 cents is less than 39 cents, the 13.5 fluid ounces bottle is the better buy. Okay. So obviously we want to pay less money for the same amount. So 30 cents is less than 39 cents. That's why that's the better buy. Okay. So now I want you to pause the video. Do quick check number 3. So it says, which bottle of apple juice is a better buy? We have 48 ounces for $3.05. We have 64 ounces for $3.59. Okay. So again, we are going to write two rates here. So I'm going to put the cost above the ounces, the size, which is 48. Okay, over here would be $3.59 divided by 64. Okay, this is approximately approximately 6 cents, and this is approximately so if we go this one further out, it would be 6.4. This is going to be 0.056. Okay. So because this price right here, 5.6 cents, is lower than 6.4 cents, the 64 ounce bottle is the better buy. Okay. In this problem, we had to go out to the hundredths place. Okay. That won't always be the case, but in this case it was. So that's it. Now your homework is going to be page 134. And we'll have just a few more problems today because these goes quick. 6 through 18, 21, and 24. Okay, so 13, 14, 15 problems today. Okay, but hopefully you can get this done in class. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.